While I was trying to figure out a way to get my Kai to the front of the shelf, I came across this Cattleya that I won at a Illinois Orchid Society raffle in the summer. And I looked at the underside of the leaves and I found powdery scale. So this is, I don't know, I would consider this a pretty bad infestation, but it's a fairly light infestation of powdery scale. It's really hard to see the scale because obviously I'm using my phone, and when I zoom in it just goes out of focus. But the first step for me in treating this is I got it off my shelf. I'm going to isolate it, and I have brought it down to my kitchen and I am going to wash the scale off. So mechanical removal is step one. So I'm going to hold the leaves over the sink under the water, and I am going to just physically rinse the scale off my leaves. And the reason that the leaves are hanging under the bucket, like over the sink, is that I don't want the scale to wash into my media, because then it's in the media and it's going to be even harder to get rid of it. And now you can see that not all the scale is just washing off, right? It doesn't come off. And so how do I deal with that? Well, it's mechanical removal. So I have an old toothbrush, and just like when you're scrubbing pots, I am going to scrub the scale off my orchid. So I use the toothbrush, I go under all the leaves, I physically scrub off any scale that I find. And I like the toothbrush because it's soft, it doesn't damage the leaves. And I can also use it to really get into the interstices of the leaves, like right here, close to where the pseudobulb starts, because the brush bristle can get right in there, and I can scrub it right out. Hopefully we hear some more. Scrub it right off. It's gone. It just comes right off with the toothbrush. So I change out my toothbrush every few months. When you're supposed to change your regular toothbrush, I just take, and then I can just wash the bugs off my finger, slip in the water. But yeah, the bristles on this go just like they do on your teeth, but when I change them for us, I just save one. It's the soft, not the hard bristles. It's better for your teeth, it's better for the orchids. So I'm just checking them all. And then after I'm done mechanically removing the scale, I will actually treat it with a systemic insecticide. So if you get scale down into your medium, then my recommendation is that you basically repot the orchid. I was really careful here. Among other things is that I looked on my pseudobulbs and I didn't see any powdery scale in the pseudobulbs. I also scrubbed them. I'm pulling back the paper sheet so I can look underneath them. But I also scrubbed them with my toothbrush. I didn't find anything. And so I'm going to declare this physically cleared before the insecticide spraying. The worst thing about powdery scale to me is that it's got a nymph stage that's mobile. So these little critters, they can crawl when they're in the nymph stage and hop, maybe fly a very, very short distance, fall onto other plants. So I hope that the plants that were near this are not contaminated. I'm going to now spray this with systemic, and I'm going to make sure that I get underneath the leaves with the systemic, not just on top, because while it will get absorbed in, the systemic will also kill on contact. So you want to make sure that it gets underneath. And as we saw before when I was cleaning the orchid, that the powdery scale was all on the underside of the leaves. So that'll be it. And I will treat it again in about a week with the systemic a second time. And that is how I deal with powdery scale in my collection.